A man's strong sense of duty and commitment towards a profession or an endeavor in times where he does not even want to undertake the tasks that were assigned for his commitment is only bred when a man can finally learn to ethically and morally understand the clear and crucial essentiality or necessity of his livelihood, ambitions, and character that depended on him undertaking and completing those necessary tasks. In times of today, most of us only express our desires to commit to an endeavor or a profession only through the face value of our enthusiastic words and spontaneous promises, to try to convince ourselves and others that we are actually someone that is worthwhile to be around. However, when the time actually comes for us to demonstrate our commitment, we then compromise ourselves to slack off the momentum by creating gradually cumulative, subtle, and silly excuses for our own fears, incompetence, laziness, and arrogance towards those tasks that we chose to undertake in the first place. Oh, I've got a bit of headache right now, I'll do them tomorrow. Oh, I'm a bit sleepy today, maybe when I'm feeling fresh as a ripe apple, then I'll do it. I don't really know how to do it. Yeah, I'll figure it out later when I'm ready. I'm not really in the mood right now, I don't have the energy to do it, but I'll get it done as soon as I can later on. Today becomes tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. Why does this happen to us? We say we want to achieve the things that we want to achieve, yet we waste and sacrifice a lot of precious time doing nothing or other unimportant, dopamine-inducing and degenerative things, instead of completing the tasks that are necessary to be completed in order for us to gradually get closer to achieving those goals that we've set for ourselves. We know the things that we need to do to get there, yet we simply didn't want to do them. Is it the fear of the mountain that you have to climb? Is it because you are reluctant to face any adversity, resistance, or discomfort in those tasks? Is it the anxious feeling that you're not good enough to complete the tasks with merit? Are you afraid that you might not make it in the end? Do you think it's a total waste of time doing them? Or that it would not make a big difference to your life even if you do them or not? Regardless of whatever irrational and subjective excuses you've created for your own failures or lack of progression, it all comes down to two things. Whatever you do, you acquire, accumulate, and maintain. Whatever you don't do, you concede, dissipate, and mistreat. Some tasks are much less appealing than others, but nonetheless still essential. Whether it is doing the arduous and painful leg session in the gym or the monotonous and boring administrative and bookkeeping work in your business, they all are necessary tasks to be completed if you want to achieve your dream physique or if you want to know exactly how your business performed this year, month, or week compared to last year, month, or week. Sure, they may not always make a big difference to your progression, and they certainly won't always be the work you're jumping out of bed in the morning for, but they are certainly the work that you must do in order to contribute directly towards your livelihood, ambitions, and character, no matter how minute their effects are. As a man who genuinely wishes or striving to become someone more than what you initially thought of and estimate yourself to be, it would disturb you with doubt, agitation, and disappointment at night knowing that you have not completed any necessary tasks that you've set for the day, because it disrupts the state of progression that you are after every single day. If you want to talk about morals, it is morally a dishonorable act to run away from your responsibilities and break your promise that you've made for yourself and for your own sake, or because you just don't feel like doing them. How you feel about not doing the work has absolutely no leverage or association on what the work itself will contribute to. What you've decided to commit your body, mind, resources, and time into must be sincerely and completely whole. There should be no compromise, or at the very least, very minor amount of them. You need to be very harsh and critical about your attitude, morals, and ethics towards work. Put pressure on yourself to compel your body and mind to fight for survival, otherwise you'll revert back to your selfish nature of running away from pain and seeking pleasure. Set demanding deadlines or manufacture them for your endeavors as a critical and objective measure of your competence or incompetence towards them. The pressure from the slender amount of time to reach your goals compels you to not have the luxury to procrastinate, be fearful, and contemplate about your current mood and feelings. The continual rise in intensity as you approach closer to the deadline becomes an intense everyday challenge and fight to maintain your momentum that you must push yourself for in order to survive, narratively. This will viscerally teach you how to work under pressure and incentivize you to start working immediately. The feeling that we have endless amount of time to complete our work has an insidious and debilitating effect on our minds. Our attention and thoughts become diffused and we become ignorantly dismissive as the lack of intensity, tension, and pressure makes it hard for the brain to jolt into a higher gear to solve problems and take initiatives. This is what I meant in the beginning about that crucial sense of essentiality when it comes to your duty and responsibility. This particular attitude and behavior towards work is certainly not for everyone, as most people always ask the question of when do we get to rest or when are our breaks? People nowadays overly celebrate minor and meaningless achievements like their 18th birthday or their graduation out of university, while having absolutely no idea and plan of what is next for them or how they want to end up in life 10 to 20 years from now. They take long rests or holidays to prepare them for God knows what and just let fate direct the course of their lives. You don't do that. You know what you want. You sit on the captain's chair, take the wheel and regain control of where you want to go to reach the destination that you want to end up in. You get things done and you only rest when they're done. Similarly, in real daily lives, you only rest when your daily tasks are completed, so that you know that you've earned that rest instead of trying to hopelessly sleep away your disappointment and uncertainty in yourselves. Do the fucking work. Don't leave it hanging. Finish it. Be honorable for your own sake, and if you want to, for God. God loves those who go to great lengths to help themselves. So please Him the best you can, even at times when you don't feel like it. Thank you for watching.